already know who it is. It's the host, the man, the myth, the legend, Reggie Robinson. Thank y'all. Now, before I start, I have a couple announcements. This is episode 28, I think it is. So, congrats to me making it so far. So far, so good. And another announcement. I have a big guest coming in either the first week or the second week of November. He is an artist. He is a local artist. And this particular local artist, he was just featured in Source magazine. I'm not going to say his name. If you have him on Facebook, or if you know him personally, or know him around town or from school or whatever, you've probably seen the post. But congrats to him. And like I said, I'm not going to say his name until then. You just gotta keep tuning in until that episode come up. But like I said, it's going to be in November. I'm going to do an interview with him. So y'all be looking out for that. It's going to be a good one. So I got a lot to do for that shit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play some of his music on here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play some of his music. So that's going to be in November. Y'all stay tuned for that. Oh, one more announcement about these shirts. Listen, I cannot stress this enough. And I don't want to say this again, but if you want a shirt, you have to send me your fucking size. I don't know what the fuck size shirt y'all niggas wear. So how the fuck you expect me to get you a shirt and I don't know what fucking size you wear? If you fat, I'm gonna order you a damn extra small just because. Just because you don't want to say shit, I'm gonna order you the smallest shit possible. So, hey, if you want the shit to fit, email me, Facebook, y'all know all the social media. Y'all hit me up and give me your sizes. Cash App, Loop Life J is on my Instagram. It's on Loop Logic Podcast Facebook page. You can go see it. I need the sizes, and like I said, the tees, they $25 a pop. But I've been posting that I need sizes and nobody's still sending me sizes. So if you really want a shirt, because I've had people telling me they want shirts but still no size. So if you want a shirt, you gotta come through with the size. So with that being said, the shirts are still here if you want them. Big guest in November coming soon. Y'all stay tuned for that. And this is episode 28, like I said. So congrats to me, congrats to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. And what I have for today, I've been doing some research and I was reading an article. I found this article on, I think it's a blog website. The name is, what is it? harpersbazaar.com. And this article was written by a lady named Melanie Hamlet. Now, before I tell you what this article is about, the article is based on a tweet from a lady named Erin Rodgers that she tweeted back in 2016. I found the tweet. I'm gonna read this out for y'all real quick. Now, Erin Rodgers, she is a public speaker. She's a life coach and a writer and a creator. Just so you know. But I'm gonna pull up this tweet real quick. I'll read this out to y'all. It says, I want the term gold diggers to include dudes who look for a woman who will do tons of emotional labor for them. Now, this lady, Melanie Hamlet, she took this tweet and she wrote this article about men needing emotional labor for women, or in the article, really too much emotional labor from a woman. And reading that article, this is what I learned. I learned two things. One, us being men, from as a baby to a child, boys to men to kings, whatever you want to call it, and this goes for all men, all boys, fathers, brothers, uncles, everything. As we grow up, we are always taught to be tough. We're always taught to be tough. We don't have to show emotion, no sensitivity. We're just supposed to be like this fucking alpha male Hercules type guy. And that's not necessarily good for us. And a lot of people don't like to show their emotions. We're all human. We all have emotions. There's nothing wrong with showing emotions. Showing emotions is probably one of the best things you can do. If you don't show your emotions, the people around you who you're looking for help from, they're going to be completely lost on how you feel, because you have this somewhat deadpan face, no emotional state, just nothing, just blank face, resting bitch face. You ain't gonna get nothing from them. That's not good for men to be like that. Now, in this article, what this woman says, she says, men have been taught to reduce our gentleness and sensitivity, making it unaware for us to deal with our internal anger and frustration. And that's very true. Now, I agree with what she's saying. Us as men, knowing we have to be masculine as men, just like she said, we have no sensitivity, we have no gentleness, and we don't know how to express ourselves. We don't know how to express ourselves to our parents. We don't know how to express ourselves to our friends, co-workers. We can't even, like, nobody. We have, us as men, we don't really have nobody to turn to. But one thing she did say, if we were to turn to somebody, it would be a woman. And most of the time, it's not going to be any woman, like I said, but it's hard to come to our family and parents, so most likely it's probably not going to be your mom or a sister or auntie or female cousin or something like that. It's going to be your significant other. And then when she said that, it made me think, have you ever seen a meme where it says, what did it say as a caption? This is how dudes really be when they not around their homeboys. And it's the girl, she's sitting on the couch and the nigga's like laying in her arms and she's feeding him a bottle. That's how niggas is when we not around our homeboys. But this is the problem. Like I said, we don't know how to express our feelings to our parents or our friends or anybody around us, but the one person we will turn to is our woman. Not knowing this is putting too much emotional stress on that woman. As a woman being emotional herself, emotions is basically runs deep in a woman rather than a man. Now we all know this, so us being men, and us having nobody to turn to but our women, that if we turn to them, because sometimes, some guys just don't tell their women shit. They just have everything bottled up inside of them. And like I said, once again, that builds anger and frustration. Sometimes that can lead to domestic violence, and the man don't even understand why. Because he just got so much shit built up inside of him. He don't even know how to explain himself. He just knows how to react. And like I said, that's not good. But the one person you is going to come to is your woman. Now, this is putting too much emotional stress on a woman. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Women being women, they are 1,000 times more emotional than us. And they'll show their emotional way quicker than we will. So us being men, us being hurt men, if you are hurt, us being hurt men, you come to your woman and you spill everything to her, right? And she gonna soak it up. She gonna take it in. She gonna help you out. But over time, this put wear and tear on a woman's emotional state coming from you. A woman, they can handle emotion, but they can't handle too much emotion. I mean, they only one person. So with that being said, over time, that shit is going to beat that woman up. So you go to work, or you come from your friends and you tell them about all your problems and the family problems, the work problems, the school problems, the personal problems, the this and that and the everything. They can't handle all that shit all the time. And then as a woman, they need somebody masculine to come to themselves. But if they see you being an emotional wreck to them, then sometimes they feel like they ain't capable to come to you for their own emotional help. Now, what I seen in this article says men growing up no, not that one. I already did that one. This is one thing she says. Like I said, all the emotional wear and tear, it puts pressure on a woman to be the one. Quote unquote, the one. Now, when she says the one, she means the one to handle being a wife and or a girlfriend, a best friend, a lover, career advisor, social secretary, emotional cheerleader, and a mom to you and the kids. So you telling me that's not a lot of emotional wear and tear on one person? When it's supposed to be half and half, but you an emotional wreck to your girl. Shit, now it's just like two bitches in one relationship. No disrespect to the lesbians out there, but hey, I've even had some girls tell me it's hard being with a female because it's too much emotions. And that's basically that's basically what she's saying in this article right here. Too much emotion in one relationship is not good, especially too much coming from a man. Because at the end of the day, we have to be men. We can show our emotion, but don't be too emotional. You still have to have that masculinity inside of you. Too less of masculinity gonna make you seem feminine. And trust me, a woman who's feminine herself, she already don't need that. That's unnecessary. And as for her being the one, quote unquote, the one, doing all this stuff as a girlfriend, a wife, a mom, career advisor, social secretary, this and that. All of this stuff is leaving your woman emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually drained from this man. Women cannot handle stuff like that. That's too much being put on one person. It has to be 50-50. If you can come to her with your problems, she has to be able to come to you with her problems. And it should be, y'all should be at a place to where, okay, you come to me with your problems, I can help you with that. Easy. Even though I got my own shit, I can help you with that. I'm not that much of an emotional wreck that you tell me something that's going on with your life and I'm already emotional. That fucks me up. And that just drives the whole fucking relationship into the dirt. That's not going to do nothing. That's not helping nobody. So all of this stuff, you beating down your woman with your emotions, is leaving a woman emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually drained. Now, with the man's full emotional state put out, the woman feels that you can't fulfill them with emotionally, or you can't fulfill them emotionally, giving them. Oh, let me start this over. The man's full emotional state put out. With the man's emotional state put out, the women's feel that you cannot fulfill them emotionally, giving the man a sense of toxic masculinity. Now, if you didn't hear me, this is kind of what I said before. A man being so emotionally draining towards a woman, that could be seen as toxic masculinity. That's what she was saying. Like I said, it's wear and tear on a person. That shit is toxic. People don't want to deal with that shit. And that's why she called them emotional gold diggers. And she's not talking about the women. She's talking about the men. Men being emotional gold diggers that they don't have nobody to turn to but their woman at a seriously severe time of need, when they have everything bottled up and it just spill out on them all at one time or overtime. That's an emotional gold digger. That's something you should not be doing as a man. And it's fine to have somebody to come to, but you being a man, you have to have that masculinity in you at the end of the day. Let her be the feminine one. She's supposed to have the emotions. You can have emotions too, but she got to have more emotions than you. Why you think women don't want no bitch ass nigga? She don't want you crying and moping and all this shit. Like, really, she's the one who's supposed to need a shoulder to cry on. But then again, you can still come to them. Just don't beat them up with it. That's called emotional gold digging. And what she was saying, the reason why she put that tweet out is that there's research studies going around that women feel like they're a burden and that men don't have friends. Men not having friends and nobody to turn to, they turn to nobody but their women, like I said, making them feel emotionally drained. And they sick of the shit. And it sucks. It sucks, but this is what happened when you teach a man to have no emotion. and no sensitivity. We don't know how to fucking cry, or we don't think it's cool to cry. You can't go around your homeboys and tell them some shit like this. Come on, they gonna fucking, nigga, they gonna roast the shit out of you. But then again, if you have them type of friends, I know y'all might be day ones and all that shit, but hey, I kind of suggest you to get some new friends. Because if you can't come to your homeboys and tell them how you really feel about some shit, I think that's kind of fucked up, and that's not really a friend. If they're a real friend, somebody who really fuck with you and care about you like they say they do, you should be able to come to your homeboys the same way you come to your girl. And the result should be no different. So if you do have friends, my suggestion to you, you might want to reevaluate them niggas. Cause even my homeboys, we cool, but I can still come to them and tell them what's up. And they can understand. And give me a good response. And they don't tell me some bullshit. Oh, you pussy, bro. Oh, you a bitch. Oh, you this and that. That's niggas' problem right there. That's why we don't have nobody to turn to. Especially not when it comes to a guy friend or a father or a brother. That type of shit has to stop. That's fucking men up mentally and women mentally. But it's fucking the women up because of what's been taught to the man over time. So that needs to change. You don't have to be completely emotional. You don't gotta cry at every fucking movie. But I want men to try to show some emotion, because I even hate that shit. Like, it's times where you could be talking about like some real sensitive shit, you could be talking about a touchy subject that might make some people tear up, but maybe niggas just be like, I don't want to hear that shit, man. No, I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. Even niggas, you see them at a funeral, they act like they can't even fucking cry. Like, really, bro? Like, you being extra as fuck. That's too much. That's way too much. But men have to stop being like that, for real. Because it's not helping us, it's hurting us. And it's hurting our women. So I would say we need to work on our emotional skills. And stop pushing it on other people. And if you don't push it on other people, I recommend you try to come to somebody and open up and talk about it. Seriously. That shit is not good to keep shit bottled up inside of you. That shit ain't doing nothing but hurting nobody but yourself. And you wonder why nobody don't fuck with you or hit you up. You don't tell nobody shit. We don't know what the fuck wrong with you. So you come around us just laughing and smiling and all this and that. So, you know, we think you're in a good mood. But if you really got some shit that's on your mind, heavy, let somebody know. And whatever the result they give you, they just showing you what kind of person they is. And like I said, you might want to reevaluate your friends. So yeah, I think I'm gonna post a link to that article, because I want y'all to read this, because the article, I took some things from the article, but it actually has a story of, I don't know, it was probably a made up name, but it's a story of a woman, and it explains this whole emotional gold digging thing. But I'm gonna post the link if I remember. You know, don't guarantee it, but if I can't remember, I'm gonna try to post this link to the article. And the first paragraph is a story. You don't have to read the whole thing. I just want you to read this story. and it's crazy. I don't know if it's a true story, but it's crazy, and it relates to the emotional gold digging. So if I can remember, I'm gonna post that link, and please read the story. Okay. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna do some segments. See what I got. Let's go with in the industry. What do we have here? For the NFL. Oh, I know this is kind of late, but you know, if you do watch football, NFL, National Football League, if you didn't know, if you watch the NFL, nigga, it's been hella motherfuckers getting hurt. I don't know what the fuck going on. Niggas is injury prone as shit right now. But I got a list of some of the people that's hurt. Some of them could have came back. Like I said, this one is kind of outdated. It's like a few weeks ago. But for the Atlanta Falcons, Keanu Neal, the safety. I know some of y'all know him. He actually went to school at South Sumter High School. Congrats to him. Thank you. I'm gonna give him a round of applause because he a local legend right now. So congrats to Keanu Neal. Or Kiki, as they call him. But congrats to him. But gotta get better, bro. Keanu Neal, he is out for the season. I think this is his second time being out for the season. Last year, I think he went to the Pro Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl for the first time. That's crazy. He's a huge star for the Atlanta Falcons. But he's out for the season, in a torn Achilles tendon. So you will not be seeing from that nigga until next year. Saquon Barkley, running back for the New York Giants, he's out for a couple weeks on a high ankle sprain. That nigga's nice too. That nigga nice as fuck. I can't remember what college he came from, but yo, that little light skinned nigga get busy. For real. I fuck with him. I don't fuck with the Giants. My favorite NFL team is Jets. Don't talk shit about me. Fuck y'all. I know my team's shitty. I don't even watch NFL. I don't know why the fuck I have a favorite NFL team, to be honest. But I fuck with the Jets. I don't like no Florida teams. Well, my second favorite team is the Jags. And if you do know about the Jags, y'all seen that fucking quarterback they got right now? What's his name? Something Minshew. He got a weird ass first name. It's like a last name. But Minshew, that nigga look just like Uncle Rico from fucking Napoleon Dynamite, and that nigga is nice. So I'm fucking with them this season, for real. But Saquon Barkley, he's out with a high ankle sprain. Cam Newton, he is. I don't know if Cam Newton is still out. I think he's still out. But Cam Newton, he's been out for a few weeks with a foot injury. And I don't know how it's looking for him now. Could be questionable, but at the time they had no time frame on the injury, so they didn't know exactly how many weeks it was going to be for him. Jalen Ramsey, he should be back by now. This nigga say he didn't want to practice and he didn't want to play in the games because I guess he had the flu. Like, alright. He wasn't even sure if he had the flu. He just told niggas he was sick. And he was like, nah, I'm not coming to practice for the whole week. I got the flu. Nigga, Michael Jordan had the flu. You see what the fuck he did. But that's besides the point. Who's next? Oh, Antonio Brown. For this motherfucker. He He is currently on no team. That nigga, I don't know what the fuck they doing with him. He had a sexual assault charge or sexual molestation, something sexual, but he got in trouble. He got picked up by a team, then he got released. Picked up by the Patriots, then he got released, and now he's just stuck with no job. He's not playing in the league, and what I did see, since he's not playing, he decided to go back to school. So, Antonio Brown, he's enrolling back into college, not to play football, but to get back on his academics. So, I think that's good for him. I'm going to give him a round of applause. That's what's up. Hey, make the best of your time, nigga. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You won't be playing football, though. He's going back to school. He enrolled back into his old school of Central Michigan University, and he's only taking 4 classes. I have his schedule. The first class, Introduction to Management. The second one, Technical Writing. The third one, Death and Dying. And the fourth one, Racism and Inequality. The last two, I mean, I didn't even know those was fucking classes. Like Death and Dying and Racism and Inequality. Like, is that an actual title to the class? Especially Death and Dying. Like, that's kind of fucking weird. If you want to learn about some shit like that. Like, this nigga trying to be a morgue or something. I don't know. But Racism and Inequality, I don't know. I would probably take that, but I wouldn't want to take that for the whole year. I would just want to be in that class just to see what they talking about. But those are his 4 classes he's taking at Central Michigan University. Next I have some celebrity news. Kim Kardashian. If you haven't heard, well, she said on a interview or a talk show, I can't remember what show it was, but she was asked by this lady. She heard that Kim Kardashian was in an old Tupac video when she was younger. The 1994 All About You Tupac song. And when they asked Kim K, she said that basically she was saying they was lying. It was bullshit. And no, matter of fact, she said she did it, or she said she remembered doing a music video or like a photo shoot or something. But she said she never seen the video. She didn't know what video it was. And then people on Twitter, they went and started going through all Tupac old videos and they was looking for it. And of course, the motherfuckers on Twitter found it. Like I said, All About You Tupac in 1994. You can go in this video, and I looked it up myself. Kim K, you a lying ass bitch. That's you in that goddamn video. And they said it. If you go in this video, it's like, I think the song's like, or the video is like 4 minutes long. It's like somewhere after 3 minutes. Go look this shit up. They have it set up as like a fashion runway type shit, and they got these girls walking down the runway. She said, Kim K, she said it was her and a couple of her friends. They lied to the people and told they was 18 at the time when they was really like 16. But go look at this video. Kim K, she's wearing a blue dress walking down the runway, and she's trying to dance. And she is stiff as a goddamn board. Like, the shit is hilarious. Like, you gotta go look it up. But Kim K, you lying. You lying bitch for that. You definitely in that video. That's definitely you. Trust me, I see all your face. That's a Kardashian right there. But next, what I have, some world news. 24-year-old Jared William Smith. He was a U.S. Army soldier, arrested for sending bomb instructions to radical extremist groups. Now, you being a fucking army soldier, you sending bomb making instructions to a fucking radical group overseas. And I found an article on that. I'm not gonna post the article. That shit was kind of long, but I kind of skimmed through it and I read it a little bit. They say this guy, he was in the military he was only in the military for like a year or 2 years or so. Then I don't know how, but he linked up with some motherfuckers in like Ukraine or some shit. He went over there, met up with some people in a radical extremist group. I guess he started fucking with them. They became homeboys or whatever. He came back to the U.S. and now he's sending bomb making instructions to this radical group overseas to come bomb the U.S. Crazy, right? I know. But this U.S. soldier, Jared William Smith, of course, his dumb ass been arrested. I don't know why the fuck you think you gonna be in the army and get away with some shit like that, but he has been arrested. So there's no worries about that. But the craziest thing was that he was, like I said, he was sending these bomb making instructions to these people overseas, telling them to plant explosives. He said one in a major news network. They didn't say which one, but he said they were planning to plant bomb explosions at a major news network, cell phone towers, so people would be unable to communicate with each other, and they said he was going to try to send one to one of the presidential candidates' Beto O'Rourke house. Crazy. And I'm so happy they locked that motherfucker up. Really, I was worried about the cell phone towers. I'm like, damn, bro, I can't use my phone. Like, I mean, I don't live at no fucking news network or Beto O'Rourke's house, but I do got a cell phone. It's bad enough we live out here in these fucking woods. Sometimes it's hard to get service. So, that's what I was worried about. I ain't want my phone service to be fucking up. But, anyways, the Boondocks. The Boondocks will be coming back. It will be on HBO Max. And they asked Aaron Magruder, the creator of Boondocks, and they talked to, who was it, John Witherspoon? I think John Witherspoon, he kind of did a little spoiler alert on the Joe Rogan podcast. And I think they asked him about the Boondocks. He kind of slipped it in there by accident. But the Boondocks is coming back on HBO Max. And they say they have new reimagined seasons, 24 episodes, and they will have the full total 55 episodes available in fall of 2020. So, I don't know what the fuck HBO Max is exactly, but I will be looking for that shit. Because like they say, they got 24 reimagined seasons, so I'm guessing that's, 2 new seasons of Boondocks. Plus, they're going to have the total 55 episodes. That shit is going to be lit. That's going to be lit. And I'm definitely trying to watch that. If y'all don't know about the Boondocks, nigga, y'all better start watching the fucking Boondocks. That shit is hard as fuck. So shout out to Aaron Magruder, man. That nigga's a legend. Legend. All them motherfuckers. John Witherspoon. Is it Regina Hall or Regina King? One of them. All of them, though. All of them. They're the shit. I love the Boondocks. Next, what I have for in the industry. I actually have. I got a little video for this one. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. But if you haven't heard, the House of Representatives, they finally announced to make the move going forward with impeachment to the Donald Trump administration. It's big news, people. We getting a racist motherfucker out the White House. About time. But one thing I don't like about this, I do think it's too late. I mean, the nigga basically done did his all 4 years already. I don't want the motherfucker in there. Like, if you can get him out today, please get him out right now. But they said they've announced this impeachment to the Trump administration, and another thing, the nigga is still sitting in the motherfucking White House and is aggravating the shit out of me, and I want his ugly ass to go somewhere already. This man is in the White House. He's so annoying. But he's trying to deny shit already about him being impeached. It's crazy. But I'm gonna see if I can pull this video up for y'all real quick. Just give me a split second. Alright, here's that video from the House of Representatives leader Nancy Pelosi on the Donald Trump impeachment.
This week, the president has admitted to asking the president of Ukraine to take actions which would benefit him politically. The actions of the Trump presidency revealed the dishonorable fact of the president's betrayal of his oath of office, betrayal of our national security, and betrayal of the integrity of our elections. Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry. I'm directing our 6 committees to proceed with their investigations under that umbrella of impeachment inquiry. The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law. This week, the president...
Well, there you have it. Moving forward with the impeachment of the Trump administration. Like I said, if they can get the nigga out today, I would be very in favor of that. Like I said, I don't know why he's still there. They should have did him how they do the fucking niggas. Call the goddamn SWAT team, kick the fucking door open, slide down on ropes, bust through the windows, and go grab that nigga. Like, I don't know what's so fucking hard about it. He done committed so many goddamn crimes, but y'all keep giving the nigga chances and options and choices, and like, what the fuck, bro? Let me do some fucked up shit. I bet they gonna be at this motherfucker by tonight. For real. But Donald Trump, nah. They don't hear about nothing now. Not everybody fucking deaf. Can't hear shit. Man. Go get that nigga. Y'all know where the fuck he at. That nigga ain't hard to find. He orange. Just look for him. But going to the next segment. Random shit. What do I have here? Oh. This is kind of old too, but I thought I might try it. But if you haven't heard, that boy Colonel Sanders himself, the KFC nigga, the white guy on the sign with the glasses and the bow tie, yes, him. KFC, they are trying out their the brand new, spanking new, the fucking diabetes-filled, grease-filled chicken and donut sandwich. This is not some healthy shit. I don't know why the fuck KFC would put that on their menu. If you didn't think they were trying to kill niggas, trust me, they definitely trying to kill niggas with this shit right here. You got a big ass fucking fried chicken breast between 2 glazed donuts. That's it. Grease and sugar. What the fuck? Nigga, if that ain't a goddamn clogged artery, Y'all trying to give niggas heart attacks and strokes. Like, y'all really don't give a fuck. These niggas just throwing any goddamn thing together. Like, see, look what Popeyes done fucking started. Now these niggas goddamn donut chicken sandwiches, and first they had what? Chicken and waffles, which is amazing. I love chicken and waffles. Don't ever take that away. That shit, that's here to stay. But they went from chicken and waffles to the chicken sandwich, chicken and waffles. Now they just donuts and chicken. Nah, stop. Cause then y'all gonna be doing wild shit next, like fucking taffy burgers and cookies or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, they don't care about making niggas fat, bro. You know how I know? Go in the store. Look at the price of a bottle of water and then look at the price of a soda. Why the fuck is bottled water like $5 in the store? You can get a soda for $1. They do not give a fuck about making niggas fat, bro. That shit is crazy. But the KFC chicken donut sandwich, if you want to try it, is only available in a few places. Norfolk, Richmond, Virginia, and Pittsburgh. It's only for a limited amount of time. So, if you want to fucking try this big ball of grease, those are the 3 places. We don't need that shit down here in Florida. We already got some wild niggas. They don't need to be geeked up on sugar and grease. Y'all leave that shit up there. Next, I have another video for this. This is a wild story. This is a 6-year-old girl from Orlando, Florida. She got arrested at her school for I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna pull up the video and I'm gonna let them explain it for y'all. Well, look like it won't be no damn video. Having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'll explain it. It's a 6-year-old black girl in Orlando, Florida. She was at her school. I think it's called Lucius and Emma Nixon Academy in Orlando, Florida. She was arrested by an officer by the name of Dennis Turner, and he was suspended. The arrest is still on investigation, and he was arrested for charging this little girl with battery, a 6-year-old girl with battery. I mean, he handcuffed the little girl, put her in the car, took her to the station, fingerprinted her, and they even said she had a mugshot. And I'm gonna try to find the mugshot. If I can, I will put it out. But they said this girl was fingerprinted and she had a mugshot. She was booked into the system, all because she kicked a staff member at the school. Now, they talked to the parent, which was her grandmother now, and her grandmother said the little girl has sleep apnea. So, sometimes she comes to school, she's cranky, and she said that she let the school know that her temper tantrums could be normal. So, that explains the kicking. So, anyways, this officer, which I was hoping to be white, but no, it's a nigga. This nigga cop, Dennis Turner, he arrested this 6-year-old little black girl, took her to the station, fingerprinted her, the whole 9, and arrested this girl for battery for kicking a fucking staff member at the school. Like, really, bro? Really? Like, nigga, how fucking simple can you be, dog? It's a child, nigga. And then another thing I hate, why the fuck does this shit have to happen in Florida, man? Damn, y'all be making us look retarded around this bitch. Like, nigga, really? A 6-year-old? When's the last time Or when's the first time you've heard of besides this, when's the last time you heard of a 6-year-old being arrested? Exactly. It shouldn't have been no last time. Or no first time. There is no time to arrest a 6-year-old for kicking a staff member. But she broke that bitch leg or some shit. Like, come on, bro. It's a child, nigga. Shit, the most I would have did was just sent her to the office or sent her home or something. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta arrest a girl. That's a little overboard, don't you think? But the next thing I have, 2 things for the Department of Homeland Security. 1, after 17 years, I think they said the Department of Homeland Security opened up in 2002 or 2003, like a little bit after the time of 9/11. So, our former President Bush, he signed this whole thing to start up this Department of Homeland Security. Now, 17 years after this Homeland Security has been created, they finally recognize white nationalism as a terrorist threat. So yes, people like the KKK, all these white supremacy groups, that will now be known as a terrorist threat to the Department of Homeland Security. That is good, but why the fuck did it take 17 years for y'all to figure that shit out? Like, really? Like, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's an improvement. Like, y'all stepping up. But why the fuck did it take so goddamn long? 17 years? Y'all is tripping. 17 years and y'all don't see nothing wrong with the KKK and nobody? Nothing at all. Man, it's even wild that the KKK is still able to be around in 2019. What the fuck? That shit was in our fucking history books, and it's still around, and people barely know about it, but it's around. Like, really? And y'all just now recognizing this shit as a terrorist threat? Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. And another thing, the Department of Homeland Security, they finally recognizes the OK sign as a gang sign or a threat. But if you don't know the OK sign, it means white power. Like, take your left hand and take your pointer finger and your thumb, connect it together, making the OK sign, and you see it has a W and a P. White power. That shit is a no-go for the Homeland Security. I think that's kind of corny. I didn't even know this shit meant white power, to be honest. I don't see no white boys throwing that shit up around here. I ain't never seen that shit. I wish the bitch would walk up to me with the damn OK sign talking about white power. That's so lame. Like, I wouldn't even know. I still wouldn't know what the fuck that is. Like, white power. Like, alright, nigga. Power to you, motherfucker. What? I don't care, bro. But, I mean, it's good that they stepping up, but man, it's so corny that it took them so long to notice shit like this. Like, give me a fucking break, bro. Y'all be acting like y'all be sleeping when shit like that happen. You know, while a black person get killed or some shit, like, oh, not everybody looking the other way now. But when a nigga do some shit, y'all front and center and got your popcorn and shit. Y'all definitely looking at us. But I'm not even gonna give y'all a shout out, hip hip hooray, none of that shit. But good job for y'all. Good job for the Department of Homeland Security. Good job. You work harder. Y'all need to do better. But that's all I have for the show. Before I sign out for this episode, once again, I'm gonna let y'all know, early November, the first or second week, I have a big episode coming up. I don't know the title. Don't ask me what the title is. I don't come up with the titles until like halfway through the episode or at the end or some shit. But I don't know what it's gonna be titled. So you just gotta listen and stay tuned. But like I said, I have a local artist who's coming through who was recently featured in Source magazine. So I'm not gonna tell you. If you want to go pick up that Source magazine, you can read it yourself. You find out who. But like I said, he's an artist, and he is a local artist, and he will be on the Loop Logic podcast coming very, very, very soon. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna give him a round of applause too, just for being a good sport, man. And congrats to him with the whole Source magazine thing. He's doing big things, man. Can't do nothing but respect the grind. But like I said, not gonna say his name. Not gonna say the fucking name. But you have to listen to find out. So listen. And the shirts, if you want the shirts, if you want a shirt, I want a fucking size. That's it. And I want the money. $25. And how fat are you or how skinny are you? Give me a size. Let me know something. If y'all don't tell me that, I'm ordering all extra smalls. I'm telling you. I don't care. Y'all not telling me shit. I don't know. I'm gonna order my size and all y'all shit gonna be extra small. I don't know what to tell you from there. But if you want a shirt, I will give you my Cash App and you will give me a size and I will give you a shirt. So shirts, $25 a pop. Keep listening to the show. Look for those episodes in November. Look for all my episodes. For the people who are listening, thank you for listening. Take this link, send it to your people, send it to everybody in your contacts, your parents, family, friends, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunties, teachers, fucking store clerks, firefighters, police officers, doctors, lawyers, swimmers, fucking horseback riders. I don't give a fuck. Spread this shit everywhere. Everywhere. Send it to everybody. Let them know to listen to the Loop Logic podcast. I'm serious. And remember, if you listen close, you will understand the logic. Remember that. Always. Peace, love, and chicken grease. This is the Loop Logic podcast.